Okay. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Brock Beard from LASTCAR.info. I know I'm doing this unannounced, but I just wanted to give this another try. As you can see, I've got a new camera here on the computer. First of all, I want to make sure again that the sound of the video is coming through okay. I see a couple of people in the chat. Welcome aboard. Okay, this looks a lot better. For those of you not in the Patreon, I actually did a video last week, just the first one to kind of get started and see how that's all working there. We did one in Google Hangouts with my my other my laptop's smaller camera there, the built-in one. It didn't really look very good, and also trying something with the lighting here to make that look a little better, and it looks all right on the screen. So we're gonna stick with that for right now. So let me go ahead and just jump right in here. Getting some things ready for this year on LASTCAR.info. We got, of course, 24 Hours of Daytona coming up this weekend, and you know the what I was originally going to put this in the Patreon, but I think it'd be better to put this just live on the channel to make sure everybody has access to it. Nothing bad, no good news on this. So I'm looking ahead towards what I'm going to do with LASTCAR.info going forward here in terms of the breadth of the coverage. As those of you know who have followed the website since back in 2009, the website originally started as just the Cup Series, and we covered the Cup Series, and then we expanded into the Xfinity and Truck Series in 2010, and really that's been the expanse of the coverage since then. I had thought in years past about covering additional series for the website and seeing really what the potential is of covering last place battles in other sports and things of that nature. Back in 2012, we actually did coverage for Formula One and did that on the website. And we actually created a separate website. A Formulast One was the name for it, and had some coverage here in the latter part of 2012. And just didn't get any traffic at all. It didn't really go anywhere. We couldn't get that many readers at all, didn't get any hits, and ultimately shut the website down by being in 2013. And that's actually where, if you go to my Amazon page, I do have an ebook on there that has basically the statistics that I put together in order to do a Formula One website back then. So I put that together and had that on the website there, and really since then I've been reluctant to really expand beyond my current area of expertise in the Cup Series, Xfinity, and Truck Series, and that's really where we've stayed over since the site started. Now, those of you who also follow the website are aware that we've had bonus content last year with a new guest contributor named William Soquet, and he's done an amazing job on the website there. And it was really just kind of a shot in the dark that we started doing that. William contacted me about this time last year. I hope he doesn't mind me going into this here, because again, he does great work on the website. He contacted me out of the blue and was interested in doing additional coverage on the website, as doing both the ARCA series and the K&N West and K&N East series. And I hadn't really given any thought to that, especially after the Formula One website didn't really go anywhere. And I certainly, you know, as you know, from the Patreon and from other things I'm working on, I'm still working on just offsetting the cost of me doing actual races and you know, travel costs and things of that nature to get that off the ground. So I really wasn't looking for staff writers or anything at the time. But I gave him the opportunity to, you know, do an interview or do really a test to just provide what kind of writing that he does and what things that he's interested in there. And we did that, and he did an excellent job, did a great job on that piece. And so I've had him on the website here providing information on the ARCA series and the K&N West and East series. And this year, from what I hear, we're going to be having him just focus on the ARCA series as that circuit is reorganizing. So he's done a good job on that. And, you know, and he's still going to be doing that coverage this year from last that we talked. But I've since received even another offer for another person to come in and split up doing the K&N West and I believe the K&N East series there. And originally I rejected it out of hand because I was thinking, well, I mean, the big issue with it is that, again, I can't really afford to pay myself to do the writing here and do any race trackside coverage. And, I'd like to get in a position where I'd be able to do that with William as well, and have him compensated for his work as well. So I had rejected it out of hand, but I have since been thinking about it and really wondering, with LASCAR and the current NASCAR coverage, I just want to take a poll on this, and feel free to comment in the chat or in the comment section below what you're interested in. Would you like to see LASCAR cover other series? Would you like to see coverage of other last place battles? I mean, the difference, of course, is that with the Cup Series and the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, I've been able to compile statistics that I can refer back to. And I know with Williams' coverage in the ARCA Series and the K&N Series, not all that statistical information is complete, at least not at this moment. And so that's always been a challenge in trying to do that aspect of it. Although, I'm open to, different ways of approaching it. But would people be interested in seeing additional articles on the website by writers that cover other circuits, maybe other motorsports, or perhaps even branching out even further than that? I mean, would you like to see? We've done IndyCar coverage before. I've done IndyCar myself, but I mean, I'm not by any means somebody that's really intensely knowledgeable about the circuit or Formula One in the same aspect. Would you like to see last place articles on IndyCar and Formula One and maybe Trans Am, maybe even local racing or anything like that? I mean, it's because what I'm thinking is that if there is a readership for that, my original thought had been, especially when this most recent person I spoke to, who had interest in doing something similar to what William does on the website, my original impulse was to say, well, maybe we should start a separate website and have that coverage on there. But then I was thinking back to my Formula One practice with that and how that didn't really work out. And so I thought that wouldn't really be fair. I didn't want to create that situation there. So maybe the alternative then would be to bring on people that would be able to do last place coverage of other sports. And again, we're still a small fish in a pretty big pond, even though the media landscape is changing in certain degrees. But does that sound interesting? Does that sound like it would be interesting that you would see maybe somebody that I would just dedicate to having, cover one sport here and one sport there? Would that get the same readership as what you've seen on the website? Or, I mean, my thinking is this. I mean, perhaps have, for each person that contributes to the website, have them just focus on one series, one sport, like William's doing with ARCA right now. I mean, would somebody be interested in coming aboard and then just contributing articles that would get posted on LASCAR? We could find a spot for you during the week there, and just have somebody that all they do is just look at the K&N West, and have somebody else and all they do is K&N East, and then somebody else all they do is IndyCar, and somebody else, someone just only does Formula One, and just corner the last place market, I guess, if there is such a thing, and try something like that. I mean, would that be interesting? So I guess the question is two-pronged. To the readers of the website, would you be interested in reading articles by maybe somebody that's not myself, but still posted on LASCAR from other series, for Formula One, for IndyCar, for something like that? And then for writers, would you be interested in contributing articles as a guest contributor to the website, and just have it be completely free form? Now, the issue of payment is still there, because again, we're, the funding for the website is mostly out of just from my day job, as well as anything from the books, which has been not a large amount there, and anything from the Patreon as well. I'm dancing around this. The writers that would be interested in it, unfortunately, they would be unpaid positions for the foreseeable future unless things take off. I don't know what that moment would be. I don't know how that would work out. We could work out some other form of compensation if we can get that up there. But what's interested me is that Williams' contributions to the website have been geared towards getting his work out there so that he can have it on the website, have it somewhere that he can point at it and get it that exposure, and then try to get more readership that way. And I was hearing something similar from this other person that I talked with, and that was making me wonder: are there a lot of people out there that would be interested in doing that? So really, that's what I'm looking at, and that's why I want to put this video up here publicly so that people can check it out that are following my YouTube channel. Would, you know, again, for the readers out there, would they be interested in seeing last place coverage from other series? And for the writers out there, would they be interested in, you know, unpaid contributor status to the website and just covering one circuit and just specializing in that and just following that from the year? And then again, even though these would be unpaid positions, a couple of benefits to that on this end. I know just to keep in perspective, not being really stringent on deadlines, not really be too stringent on like regular updates. If you only want to do one article a week, if you only want to do one article a month, if you just want to do it at the end of the year, that's fine. I mean, that would be okay. I think that's the least I can do to be accommodating for somebody that just wants to contribute to the website there. And also, you know, who knows? I mean, and then, you know, if something else comes up along the way, you find a paid position with somebody else, that's fine too. I'm not going to keep you around just to provide stuff for the website and, you know, not be compensated for it. So again, if you're interested in that, if that sounds like something you'd like to do, like William and this other person that contacted me are interested in, you know, certainly let me know, mention something in the comments, you know, and let me know. But if the reason I want to make this public, though, is that I don't know if that's the exception or if that is something that a lot of other people are interested in. If this is just something unusual that maybe just applies in a couple of cases, then, you know, maybe that wouldn't be the best course of action. If, for example, if the readership, if you go to LASTCAR and you're just there to see NASCAR Cup, Xfinity, and trucks, and then, you know, and also, but I mean, does that expand then to Williams coverage for ARCA, to other people that are contributing to the website? You know, what interests you on the website? So really, that's basically it for this right now. So I just want to put that out there again for writers that are interested in contributing to the website. Would you be interested in doing, you know, volunteering your own interesting stories from last place, if it's in specializing in just one particular circuit not currently covered on the website? And for the readers, would you be interested in reading such material on the website? Really just putting that out there tonight. I wanted to just kind of bring that up. But in the meantime, just keep following on LASTCAR.info for more information coming up. Keep following on my YouTube channel, as well as on the Patreon. We're going to put some more videos up there this week. Big book signing coming up this next week. We're heading out to Irvine, California on Monday at the University of California at Irvine. Going to be a book signing for the J.D. McDuffie book between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. I'm hoping to do some social media and stuff down there as well, so you'll have some extra information to go on, both on my social media and on the Patreon. Tentatively, I'm looking ahead to doing more Patreon videos on Wednesdays going forward. This Wednesday might be a little tight because we're going to be heading back on late Tuesday. We'll see what Wednesday looks like from there, but I'd like to do some regular updates coming up and then running through the rest of the season. So in the meantime, that's about all I have for tonight. You know, certainly for the football fans, I know we're all waiting for the championship games tomorrow. I have a casual passing interest in it, just like any kind of spectacle. So if you have your picks on what it's going to be for tomorrow, if you think it's going to be Patrick Mahomes, or if you think it's going to be Tom Brady, or if you think it's going to be the Saints or the Rams, you can put the comments down there. But really think about if you're interested in contributing anything to LASTCAR, or if you're interested in seeing any new contributions to the website, and be interested to hear any ideas you may have on that. And in the meantime, stay tuned for more information. NASCAR season less than a month away. We're going to get some new content up here, and just stay tuned. Thanks for tuning in.